In the quiet hours before sunrise, the world feels still and pure. Many successful people have discovered that these early hours hold great power. Rooted in spiritual teachings, these habits transform the mind and shape each day with intention. The first light of day brings a calm, silent energy that feels deeply healing. Rising early gives you a sense of peace and clarity that is hard to find later. When the world is noisy and demanding, after many hours of sleep, the body is thirsty, and so is the mind. Drinking water right away can awaken every cell and remind you to nurture yourself with kindness. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and hydration is one of the simplest forms of self-care you can practice each day. It may seem small, but this habit carries deep spiritual lessons. It teaches you that life depends on balance, and that your body is a precious vessel deserving of care. In spiritual practice, water often symbolizes purity and renewal. Drinking water at dawn cleanses not just your physical self, but also your intention. It is an act of respect for your body, acknowledging its role as the home of your spirit. Water brings clarity and strength, helping you face the day with focus and energy. It reminds you that success begins with simple, consistent steps. This moment of hydration can also serve as a pause to reflect. As you sip, you can remember your gratitude for life itself, for the chance to live another day. You can anchor yourself in appreciation, feeling how the cool water flows through you, washing away yesterday's worries and preparing you for what is to come. In this way, hydration becomes a silent ritual of purification, both physical and mental. It sets the tone for caring about what you consume throughout the day. It encourages you to treat your body as a temple, never taking your health for granted. When you nourish your body, you also nourish your spirit. Drinking water upon waking may seem like a tiny gesture, but it is a powerful reminder to be mindful of how you start your day. And in that simple practice, you honor the teachings of moderation, balance, and gratitude, which can guide every choice you make long after the sun has risen. Early morning offers space to listen to your heart, to notice the rhythm of your own breath, and to welcome a new day with gratitude. When you wake early, you break the chains of laziness and choose discipline instead. Spiritual teachings remind us that the mind is softer in the morning, like fresh clay waiting to be shaped. At this time, you can direct your thoughts and intentions before they scatter in 100 different directions. You can build your day on a foundation of peace instead of chaos. Waking early trains you to be stronger, to take control of your day instead of letting the day control you. It is a way to break free from the prison of endless habits that make you rush and panic. Instead, you greet the dawn like an old friend, ready to welcome the challenges and opportunities ahead. You rise with determination, honoring the gift of another day. With each early morning, you become a person of discipline and purpose. Over time, this quiet practice shapes your character, making you more mindful, more aware, and more in tune with your true nature. Waking up early is a reminder that you are not a servant of comfort, but the master of your mind and body. And this small victory before sunrise is the first step toward success, peace, and wisdom. Before most of the world wakes up, these mindful practices help them become centered, strong, and focused. Let us explore how ancient spiritual principles can guide what you do before 6 a.m. to transform your life. One small step at a time. Lesson 1. Wake up early. There is something almost sacred about waking up before the rest of the world. Lesson 2. Hydrate immediately. As soon as you open your eyes, the simple act of drinking water can become a moment of mindfulness. Lesson 3. Exercise. Briefly moving your body in the early morning is an act of respect for life itself. Exercise does not have to be long or extreme to have a profound effect. Even a few minutes of stretching, walking, or simple movement can awaken your muscles and connect you to the present moment. When the world is quiet, your thoughts can settle like calm water, revealing the truth beneath the surface. In these precious minutes, you can observe your thoughts without judgment, watching them rise and fall like waves on the shore. Meditation does not demand perfection. It asks only for honesty and patience. Sitting quietly before the day begins allows you to connect with your true self, to remember what truly matters. It is a practice of training the mind to focus on the present moment, releasing regrets of the past and worries about the future. In spiritual practice, this quiet time can be seen as cleansing for the mind, clearing away the clutter that builds up each day. Reflection, too, is powerful. You may look back on what you learned yesterday, what mistakes you made, and how you can improve today. You can remind yourself of your values, your principles, and the kindness you wish to bring into the world. This moment of silence strengthens you. It brings you courage to face the day with dignity, compassion, and awareness. It is a way of planting seeds of positive intention that will grow throughout the hours ahead. When you meditate or reflect, you train yourself to live deliberately instead of automatically. You break free from the rush that makes people forget their purpose. You learn to respond to life instead of simply reacting to it. These moments of reflection are like polishing a mirror, letting you see clearly who you are and where you wish to go. This simple practice before 6 a.m. brings you back to yourself. It reminds you that you are more than your habits, more than your fears, more than your worries. You are a being capable of deep wisdom and boundless compassion. And with this calm heart, you are ready to step into the world with a mind that is strong, kind, and fully awake. When you move your body at dawn, you reconnect with your physical being in a gentle, grateful way. This practice honors the gift of health and the power that lives inside you. Movement is a powerful way to release tension and open the channels of energy that may have grown stagnant overnight. Just as rivers must flow to stay clear, so must your energy move to stay balanced. Early exercise is also a chance to practice discipline. It reminds you that you can choose what to do with your energy instead of letting habits and cravings decide for you. The teachings of mindfulness suggest that the body and mind are partners in harmony. When the body is strong, the mind finds stability. Even a brief exercise session can sharpen your focus, clear your emotions, and remind you of your commitment to self. It shows that you are willing to care for the instrument through which you live and serve others. Many people think exercise is only about strength, but it is also about gratitude. Moving your body means you are alive, capable, and free. In those precious moments of early morning activity, you are reminded to celebrate life and its possibilities. You are reminded to respect your own abilities, however small they may seem. Exercise grounds you, makes you humble, and helps you remain calm through the day's storms. In this way, you do not see exercise as a chore, but as a blessing, a chance to show respect to the body that carries your spirit forward. And by making time for this practice before 6 a.m., you build a life of balance, energy, and mindful presence, rooted in simple yet powerful daily action. Lesson 4. Meditate or reflect. The stillness of early morning is the perfect space for meditation or reflection. Lesson 5. Plan the day when the sun is still low and the world is hushed. It is the perfect time to plan your day with care and intention. Planning is not about controlling everything, but about bringing order to your priorities. It is a practice of mindfulness, helping you decide what truly deserves your energy. By deciding in advance how you will move through the day, you avoid being a victim of chaos. You become a creator of your own path, guided by conscious choices instead of random events. Early morning planning gives you a sense of purpose. You know where you wish to focus, and you can protect your energy from distractions. Spiritual teachings remind us that a wise person does not waste effort on things that do not matter. When you plan with clarity, you protect your time like a precious jewel. You remind yourself that this day is unique and unrepeatable. It deserves your best effort, guided by your values and principles. A plan is also a promise to yourself. It is a way of saying, I will use this gift of time well. It helps you avoid regret at the end of the day, knowing you tried to live with intention. This practice of planning also teaches you to accept that you cannot do everything. You must choose what is meaningful, what supports your higher purpose, and let go of what drains you. In the soft light of morning, this decision feels easier, because the mind is not yet crowded with demands and noise. The habit of planning before 6 a.m. brings calm to your heart. It gives you a sense of steady confidence, knowing that you have a roadmap for the day ahead. You may still face surprises and difficulties, but you are less likely to be. You walk through your day with a peaceful strength, rooted in clear intention. By giving yourself this time each morning, you live a life of purpose and wisdom, turning every day into a step on the path. Lesson 6. Read or learn morning is the perfect hour to feed your mind with fresh knowledge and inspiration. Before the day rushes in, you can take a few moments to read something uplifting, study a new skill, or reflect on a meaningful teaching. The quiet of dawn makes learning feel deeper, as if the lessons enter not just your mind but also your heart. In spiritual practice, learning is a lifelong journey. Every day is a chance to grow wiser, kinder, and stronger. Reading in the morning sets a tone of curiosity and openness that stays with you all day. It trains you to look for insights, to remain humble, and to never believe you know everything. Even a few minutes of reading or study can spark new ideas, challenge stale beliefs, and remind you of your greater purpose. You might read a short story of courage, a poem about compassion, or a few lines of wisdom that inspire you to live with more awareness. This habit is about more than information. It is about awakening your mind and reminding yourself that you are always a student of life. In the early hours, your mind is fresh and ready to absorb, making learning easier and more joyful. Reading or studying before 6 a.m. is like lighting a candle in the dark. It pushes away ignorance, fear, and it reminds you that there is always a way forward, always another lesson to learn. Spiritual traditions respect knowledge as a tool for liberation, helping you break free from the prison of unexamined habits. This morning ritual encourages you to use your time well, to rise above laziness, and to honor your capacity to learn and grow. You carry that energy with you into the day, making you more thoughtful, more curious, and more capable of meeting challenges. Each morning reading is a quiet gift to yourself, a promise that you will never stop growing, never stop seeking wisdom, and never stop striving to be your best self in a world that needs more light. Lesson 7. Set daily goals. Setting daily goals before sunrise is a practice of intention and clarity. It is a way of giving direction to your energy instead of scattering it. When you set your goals in the early morning, you focus on what truly matters rather than getting lost in endless distractions. These goals do not have to be grand or overwhelming. A healthy breakfast is more than just fuel. It is an act of respect for the body that carries you through life. What you choose to eat in the morning sets the tone for how you will treat yourself for the rest of the day. A simple, nourishing meal shows you value your own well-being. It is a form of mindfulness, reminding you to live in balance. In spiritual tradition, food is seen as a blessing, something to be received with gratitude. When you eat your morning meal slowly, paying attention to each bite, you awaken appreciation for the efforts that went into bringing that food to your plate. You remember the earth, the rain, the hands that grew and prepared it. This attitude of gratitude makes even the simplest breakfast feel rich and meaningful. Choosing healthy foods is a lesson in self-care and moderation. You show that you do not let cravings and unhealthy impulses rule you. You choose what is good for your body, good for your mind, and good for your spirit. You practice discipline, which is a pillar of living with awareness. Eating well before 6 a.m. gives you strength to face challenges and wisdom to make good decisions. It reminds you that taking care of yourself is not selfish but necessary. You cannot help others or serve a greater purpose if you are weak and tired. This morning ritual of a mindful breakfast is an act of love. It encourages you to pause and be fully present, to taste the flavors, to feel gratitude, and to honor the gift of health. It connects you to a sense of wholeness and calm, preparing you for whatever comes next. And every morning that you nourish yourself with kindness and simplicity, you strengthen a habit of balance and self-respect that supports your journey toward a peaceful and successful life. And there can be small, simple steps that move you closer to your values and purpose. Spiritual wisdom teaches that life is built one moment at a time. By setting a daily goal, you make a silent promise to live that moment with care. It shows respect for your time, your skills, and your opportunities. Writing down your goals can bring a sense of peace, because you know what you wish to accomplish. There is less confusion, less hesitation. You have a path to follow, even if it is just one or two small tasks that matter to you deeply. These goals act as anchors in a stormy sea, keeping you steady when challenges try to shake your focus. They remind you that you have the power to choose where your mind goes, where your heart leans, and what you wish to build. In the morning, the mind is clear and calm, making it the perfect time to set these intentions. You are less influenced by other people's demands or opinions. You listen to your inner voice, asking what will truly serve you and those around you. By setting these goals, you free yourself from drifting through life without purpose. You become the author of your day. You stand tall, refusing to be ruled by random events. This practice is a lesson in courage, because every goal asks you to rise beyond fear and laziness. It is an invitation to live consciously and mindfully, shaping your destiny with every small choice. Setting goals each morning brings discipline to your journey. It gives you confidence to face the unknown. And above all, it teaches you to live with intention, knowing that each day is a precious chance to become more aware, more kind, and more aligned with the path of wisdom. Lesson 8. Eat a healthy breakfast in the calm hours before the day begins. Feeding your body with good food is a gift of compassion. Lesson 9. Review priorities before the sun fully rises. There is a perfect chance to review your priorities. The world has a way of throwing endless demands at you, pulling your attention in 100 directions. But when you take a few moments to pause in the quiet morning, you can remind yourself of what really matters. The early hours are naturally free of noise, messages, and social pressure. This is the perfect time to create a mindset of focus. Successful people understand that a scattered mind cannot build a meaningful life. The spiritual path teaches the same. If you let every little thing pull you away, you will never discover peace or purpose. Minimizing distractions is an act of It means you guard your attention as something sacred, refusing to waste it on things that do not help you grow. In the early morning, you can decide what deserves your eyes, your ears, and your thoughts. You can set rules for yourself. Perhaps no social media, no mindless scrolling, no negative news, until you have established your priorities and intentions for the day. This discipline is powerful. It strengthens your will, reminding you that you are in command of your mind. Each time you resist distraction, you practice freedom. You are no longer a prisoner to random impulses or endless information. Instead, you choose to stay connected to what truly matters. By creating this protective space before 6 a.m., you give yourself a solid start. You train your focus like a muscle, preparing it for the challenges ahead. You build a sense of confidence, knowing you will not be easily pulled away by every minor demand. Minimizing distractions also makes room for deeper reflection, creativity, and inspiration. It lets you hear your own thoughts more clearly and connect with your values. This clarity brings a calm, strength, a steady mind that can face anything the day brings. Remember, every moment of attention is precious. Once lost, it cannot return. Treat it with care. When you protect your morning from distractions, you build a habit that can transform your entire life. This act of mindful discipline is a gift to your own peace, your purpose, and your path. And each day you practice this, you grow stronger, wiser, and more in tune with a life of intention and meaning. This habit is powerful because it helps you see through the illusions of urgency. Not everything is important, and not every task deserves your energy. Spiritual teachings encourage us to look within, to recognize what truly supports our growth and purpose. Reviewing your priorities means asking honest questions. What do I value most? What do I want to protect? Where should I place my effort today? These questions bring you back to your center. You no longer feel the need to please everyone or do everything. You choose what is meaningful, what builds peace, what brings harmony to your heart. Early morning is the perfect time for this practice, because your mind is fresh, not yet shaped by stress or fatigue. You have clarity, and you can see your path more clearly. This awareness can save you from a day of regret or aimless busyness. Reviewing your priorities is like holding a lantern to your own heart, checking that you are still aligned with what truly matters. It is a reminder that every day is a chance to practice values like kindness, discipline, and courage. Each morning you review your priorities. You build a habit of living with integrity and purpose. You remind yourself that your time is precious and your energy is sacred. With this gentle review, you move forward into the day with confidence and a spirit of peaceful determination. Lesson 10. Minimize distractions